Have you ever moved a piece of furniture out of the way in your house just to find a big old dent in your drywall? Is it too small of a problem to call in a contractor? Yes. Is it just big enough to keep me up at night? Yes. Do I know what I'm doing? Not really. My name is Daniel. Welcome to Your Average Anomaly. Okay, here's this rocking chair I was telling you about, and I had to get behind it earlier today. And when I pulled it away from the wall, I found a ton of dents where it just rocked back into the wall. The feet had eaten up the drywall down here, and so we're going to try and figure out how to get this fixed. There's about a half a dozen spots here of damage, and none of them have actually punched through the drywall. They're surface level or dug in a little bit, but the drywall itself is still intact there. So I'm doing some research. I don't think I need to cut it out and do a big old patch on this. I think we can get away with just throwing some joint compound in there. So I'm going to try that first, and hopefully that'll fix it for us. So I went to my local hardware store and I picked up some all-purpose joint compound and a 4-inch putty knife. I've got some sandpaper as well. All total, those three things cost me like 20 bucks. So I should be able to do a repair like this fairly cheaply. And once you have these things, this stores if you keep it in a room temperature place for several months. So think of it as an investment. I've got boys, I'm going to be doing this a lot, so I'm going to hang on to this thing. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots down here towards the base mold. Alright, mix it up a little bit. Okay, this is just some basic all-purpose. I need to get some powders and mix those up with like some 10-minute or 40-minute compounds or something. This is just basic, generic all-purpose for small repairs. Okay, I think we're just going to take some and just slather it in there. Just put some on, put it in the hole, and just feather across the top. That's what I'm seeing on YouTube and different things. So we'll just do that. Something a little bit like that. That's way too much for those holes, but we'll just scrape it off. See if we can't feather it in. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I'm not a professional. I'm just an average guy trying to figure stuff out. So that looks pretty good. Let me just add another little bit of, make sure we're all filled. Now we've got this section here from the arm of the chair. It's not as deep as these ones down here, but it's still there. Definitely looks like it's got scraped up. Yeah, it's too deep to just paint over. Paint will just, you'll just see dents in your paint. So we'll just cover this up nice and flat, I think. Okay, I've got that first coat of drywall compound in there right now on both the bottom parts and where the arm of the chair rub against the wall. We're letting that dry. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. If you know what you're doing, have done this before, comment below. Let me know what I can be doing better or how to actually do this. Well, I took a closer look at the container and found it takes 24 hours to dry. So while we wait, I went out and played some fetch with Indy. If you see her, give her a like. So after a little bit of fetch and relaxing on the Playhouse swing because we can, and waiting another 23.5 hours, it's time to get back to the drywall. It's the next day, and we've got this ready to go. It's very dry to the touch, filled in, feels pretty smooth. I've got some 180 grit sandpaper here. The instructions called for 150 to 220. Split the difference at 180. Let's go ahead and get this sanded. I'm not going too aggressive. I'm just going enough to get it smooth and knock down any high spots. All right, I got it sanded with the 180. We got lots of our sandpaper left, so it'll be good for another coat. This will need another coat of the compound, especially down that bottom where it really got chewed up in there. I'm probably gonna need another 1 or 2 coats in there. Let's hop in there, I'll show you really quick. Nice little indent right there. We got another one right here that's pretty bad. The rest of these did okay, but yeah, 1 or 2 of these need it Up here turned out pretty good. You can't really see anything there. All right, we're down here close to the floor, so I gotta really get down here. But yeah, we got one more coat to do. I'm gonna grab my compound, grab my knife, and we'll get that done really quick. After 4 days, that is done. This wall is flat, it is clean, it is ready for it to be repainted, and it'll look good as new. The purpose of this video was just to see how to fix those dings, and from what I learned from this, a little bit of patience, a little bit of time. Most any hole in drywall is fixable on your own. You just got to have the patience to figure it out. Like I said before, hit the like, subscribe, comment below if you've done something like this before. I want to hear from you. I want to know your experiences. Let's learn together. And then all that being said, what should we try next?